What a Catch, Part 100, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. I'm sure some people might expect me to say something grand because we hit 100 parts, so whippy, let me take this opportunity, because the majority of people don't seem to read the description box, especially after 100 or some parts. But any comments containing strong language, aka cussing, will be deleted, and comments such as first or second are automatically marked as spam and then deleted. With that said, thanks for sticking with me for 100 parts, guys. I definitely don't think it'll be 200 parts, but wahoo milestones. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing with your life? Go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get on to the video. Nathaniel's skull beat waves of pain across his body. What happened? 1 second he was watching Marinette float up the staircase, and the next he was on his back, most likely suffering from a mild concussion. He felt a tug on his wrist as he tried to blink his eyes into focus. The bracelet. Someone was robbing him for the bracelet. Why? It was a bunch of beads and string tied together. Something flew above him, nailing the body hovering over him. "Bad, Kitty! Bad!" echoed from across the room. What on earth was going on? Why hadn't anyone helped him up? A pair of hands grasped his shoulders and hoisted him up, putting him on his feet before he had a chance to find his balance. Thanks, he began, a bit jolted. As his vision cleared, he realized Chloe Bourgeois stood beside him, her hand on his waist to steady him. "I'm going to skin that cat," she muttered, ignoring his response. Cat? What cat? What was she? Oh. Nathaniel must have hit his head harder than he thought, because he could swear he saw a white-clad cat noir retreating. He glanced around the room, trying to put pieces together. Whispers passed from guest to guest, but once one started clapping, the rest joined. The Americans thought this was the entertainment for the evening. Oh no. "Chloe," he said, his voice hoarse. "What's going on?" "Adrien's akumatized." "Akumatized?" he exclaimed. "I don't think I said anything unpleasant." "It wasn't you." "Wow, Chloe, what did you say to him?" She stomped on his foot with all of her weight before answering. "It wasn't me," she huffed. "I'm not who I used to be, you know." "And here I couldn't tell," Nathaniel muttered to himself, attempting to not wince in pain. "Nathaniel, you need to get out of here." Her tone was serious in a way that he'd never heard before. "Are you kidding me? I'm the one out of everyone Adrien chose to attack while akumatized, and I want to know why." Seriously? I do not have time for this." Nathaniel glanced over to see the white cat noir. Cat Blanc, perhaps, staring and smirking at them. "Great. Tell me," he said again, lowering his voice. Cat Blanc looked like a cat debating how best to play with what it caught. "That bracelet you wear? It's a miraculous." He blinked in surprise. Did she mean, become a superhero accessory? That kind of miraculous? Thoughts raced through his head like lightning, to the point that they couldn't solidify into words. Time worked against his favor as Cat Blanc pulled out a baton. "We've got to get you out of here," Chloe said, grabbing his wrist. Follow me." He couldn't help but notice she only had one heel on, causing her to run unevenly. As she lopped along, Nathaniel saw the blisters on the back of her heels and realized the object hurled over his head earlier was, most likely, her shoe. "Come on," he said, tugging her arm and causing her to falter. "This will be faster." He scooped her into his arms, grateful he spent the last few years working out. His teenage self certainly wouldn't be able to sprint across a ballroom while carrying an adult woman. Then again, Chloe was a toothpick, so he shouldn't give himself too much credit. "What do we do?" he asked, not daring to look back. "What do we do?" Chloe exclaimed. "No, nuh-uh. There is no we here. You are going to put me down and get to safety." Yeah, that's not really how I see this going down." "Let go of me!" "Sorry, princess." "I ain't your princess." "You're right. I'd hate to insult Walt Disney." She slapped his chest before biting his arm. It wasn't quite enough to get him to drop her, but he did falter a bit. They were outside now, and the traffic of New York City moved by them without a second thought. "Seriously, Nathaniel, put me down this instant!" "You're missing a shoe. Of course I'm not going to set you down." "I will fight you!" "Chloe, come on. The streets are filthy." "And I have to get back in there." "What could you possibly do?" She quieted down for a moment before responding. "Hey, Pollen, it's go time." While Nathaniel was puzzled at her response, he was downright shocked by what came next. A large bumblebee zipped out of her clutch and hovered in front of him. A flash of light later, Chloe's body was glowing and her dress tightened into spandex? The sequence was enough to drop her. "Ow!" she exclaimed. "Seriously? Now you let go? Ugh, you really have the worst timing, don't you, tomato head?" "Tomato? A tomato what? You're..." he began. "I told you, I have to get back in there." Leaving the man stunned as he stared. Chloe Bourgeois, high school bully, was Queen Bee. The Queen Bee. The one he'd made comics about. And fanfiction. And sold prints of at Comic-Con. She was Chloe. The superheroine of his dreams was Chloe. You didn't see that one coming. He shook his head to clear his mind and turned around, ready to go inside. He may not have superpowers, but ever since the day he saw Cat Noir let Hawkmoth walk away, he'd been training. He was no longer the boy that hid for hours under the Eiffel Tower. He was Nathaniel Kurtzberg. Thank you so much for listening. If you think I was being sarcastic before about, hey, don't comment with cuss words because children listen to this channel and read the comments, or if you think I wasn't being serious about deleting comments like first, second, sixth, whatever, you're wrong. I do. Anywho, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and check out these other videos for more fanfiction. I'll catch you next time.